Do you ever look back and think, I wish I would have, or if only I had? Well, this is the video about scrapbooking that I wish I had done earlier, that it might help somebody so that you can start earlier than I did. I have been scrapbooking for 30 years, and I have learned a lot in 30 years. I've done a lot in 30 years, and here's some of the list. To start and finish your layout in a clean area. Whenever you're done with something, you want to have a container, something that you can put it at, so that you have, even if it's a small space, to work at. Because if you have to come in and clean first, especially if you don't have a lot of time during your day, you will not be able to get a layout done. You just won't have the space, mental energy, it just won't happen. So a clean space. And it doesn't have to be a large space, just any place that you can find to cut out a spot for you to work at, that's just for you to work at. And even if it's at the kitchen table, you put a mat out, you scrapbook, you put it back in your box, put it back in the closet, and it's all ready to go the next time. Just find yourself some little place to do it. The second thing I want everybody to know that I wish I'd known earlier, mistakes are okay to make. We all do it. We're all human. When you see somebody's video or layout, they don't show you the mistakes they've made usually. It's the perfect layout that they've done. And if you do make a mistake, it's just an embellishment opportunity. It's just a place to put something else that maybe you didn't think you wanted there, but it turns out to be just fine and it looks great. So embellishing opportunities, not mistakes. The third thing for me is you cannot use every photo you take. You just can't. You don't want to. You would never be done. So if you have 50 pictures, say pick the top 8 or 10 that tells the story. The rest of them you can put in an album or something if you choose to. I just throw them away. I keep the ones that I want because everything's digitalized these days. But print out the ones that you know tell the story. You don't have to have 15 pictures of kids jumping in the ocean. Just one where everybody's looking and smiling, laughing and having fun, and then move about your day. I wish from the very beginning I would have printed all my pictures. I have the majority of them printed now. I used mail-away services. I use my printer at home. I use Walmart, Walgreens, anything. But I got them printed because I can come into my room and think I'm going to work on a picture of me and my husband. My brain says, no, you're not. You're going to work on the picture of the grandbaby smiling and making cookies and making a huge mess because she turned the mixer on too fast. That's the brain works different. If you cannot get that particular layout done, pick another one. Not a big deal. Just move on. Choose something you can work on that day because sometimes our brain is not in the mood to do the photo we thought we wanted to work on. That's okay. Move on. You can do that one another day. But printing and organize your photos, to me, is big. You need to have pictures in front of you. Otherwise, you can't be inspired on what to do. That's only my opinion, but that's something I wish I had done. If you're low on time and you're finding that I only have 15, 20 minutes a day, twice a week, that's all I have, and you don't think that you can do a layout in that time, you can. Let me show you how. You take your photo, your picture, make mini kits, that's what helps, and get your photo and your paper together. The next day you come in, start looking at your embellishments, picking your embellishments out, putting them, you can put them in a small container like this. You can put them in the page protectors. There's lots of options that you can put different things so that you can get things, ready step by step by step by step. Choosing your paper. The one thing that it took me a while to learn this. Look at your picture against different paper. There are some papers like this one, when me and my grandbabies, some of them, and you put it against this paper and it shows more of the couch than me and my grandbabies. But you put it against this paper, the couch goes away and you see me and my grandbabies. That happens a lot. And if you're having trouble deciding what picture and paper, what you can do is take a picture with your phone of the picture with different papers. Then go back and look at it, and you'll figure it out which one you want. There's a way for everything. You just got to play around with it. Journaling. Do your journaling as you scrapbook. There's lots of ways to do journaling. I don't usually find a place that I like it on the front of my page. I usually find myself that I tuck it. I make a pocket in the back like this, or I will put a under the picture. You just glue it down on 3 sides, tuck some journaling down in there, or you can do a flap like on this layout. There's lots of ways, but get your journaling done as you go, because otherwise you don't go back when you got 150 sheets or something and try to get journaling done, because it usually doesn't happen. The whole point of it is to tell the story. So get your journaling done early. You want to do it. It's not always fun, but The other thing too is when you're journaling, don't overthink things. Just think that you have a child in front of you and you're showing that picture. And what you want to do is tell that child, look, this was your grandmother and you as a baby, this was the date, and this is the story. Don't overthink it, guys. Just simple journaling. Doesn't matter. You just want to tell 3 generations down the road who's in the picture. So, embellishments should be in odd numbers. Why? Because it helps your eye to move around. Now here's a photo of my son, and he's at a game, and they're filming the game, and he gets on there and he puts, "I love you," and then puts "I love you, Mom," and puts a sign up, and he's on TV. I saw it. I'm like, oh my God. So here's the picture. Now if I put 3 things around here, you see all 3. It's taking your eye all the way around. But if I take one away and there's only 2, your eye sees the embellishment, those 2 embellishments, nothing else. If I put 4, the same thing. Your eyes move to those 4 embellishments, nothing else. If I put 5 down, again, your eye starts moving around. So I hope that helps. That's why. And don't compare yourself. That's my number 9. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Your layout is not supposed to look like everybody else's. It's supposed to be, when you're looking at somebody else's work, the photo placements, the colors that they've used, the embellishments they used, just the title, where they put the title, it's just for inspiration. It was never intended for anybody to copy. It's just for you to inspire. Like, I love the way she used this, or I like the way she used that, and just use it for inspiration and then go make it your own. That's what people are going to know. They're not going to know, oh, you know what? You didn't do yours like that other lady did. They're going to say, oh my gosh, Mom, look, this is a great layout. You did good. They're not going to know you were comparing it to somebody else, so don't you compare it to somebody else. A couple little tidbits I think is fun. Did you know Thomas Jefferson was a type of scrapbooker? He was. He actually took articles of his presidency and put them in a scrapbook. Did you also know Mark Twain was a scrapbooker? He took a travel scrapbook with him everywhere he went. He put photos, souvenirs, and that kind of thing. And he was the one who invented the adhesive scrapbook. Just a little tidbit I thought was interesting to tell. Now, last, but absolutely to me the most important, stop over-analyzing yourself. Stop criticizing yourself. If you see a mistake that you meant to do this and you didn't do it, nobody else is going to know you meant to do that. Nobody else is going to see that. They're going to see that layout. So stop criticizing yourself. The whole point of scrapbooking is to tell who, what, when, and where to future generations that you are no longer here to tell. And that photo that you put on that page is better there than in a box that people are trying to compare shape, faces, and color of eyes. to see if that was that person or not that person, or on our digital that we don't always share with our family. So it's on our phones or on our computers. And if something happens suddenly, guess what? They don't know where those pictures are at. They don't know who they are, some of them. They don't know when they were always, because they don't go get your phone and look at it. So every page you do is important. And it's important that you don't criticize yourself, but pat yourself on the back. If it's a simple layout, if it's something that you're not sure about, put it away. Look at it the next morning, because things always look better in the light of the day. So I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions, I can help you with anything. Leave a comment. I will get back to you. I'll talk to everybody later. Bye, everybody.